I joined a butterfly club, so I want to take you on my very first meetup and all that it entailed. This was a bag given to each of us by the coordinator of the event. Once you're accepted into the club, you can look at all their events that are all over the country that you can participate in. So it's a pretty neat experience.
3, 2, 1!
Welcome to Vantasy Adventure! Are you subscribed yet? If not, my mom says you should be.
This particular meetup that I attended was held at a Pennsylvania state park. Now, they did have a meet and greet that night at 5 p.m., but because I needed help getting the solar into the van, I wasn't able to make that. Since I arrived about 7:30 p.m., I wasn't able to set up until the next morning, and that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Beautiful spot, but definitely tree covered. Now, since there was rain in the forecast, for majority of my stay here, I did opt for an electric site. It did come with a picnic table and also a fire pit, and I had already put up my tent, which is one of those easy pop-up jobs. I can't say enough about this tent, and it even has the covers where you could block out all of the rain. Now, there were close to 30 of us here, but remember, not everybody wants to be on YouTube, so I have to always respect that. Thank all those that participated. Thank you, ladies.
Soup fable.
All right.
So an old man was walking through the town and he was homeless and he was hungry and he knocked on every door to see if somebody had something for him to eat. And everybody said, no, I'm sorry, I didn't, because times are lean. People really didn't have much to eat. So he says, oh, well, he goes in the middle of town, builds a fire, puts a big cast iron pot on it and starts stirring it, puts a stone in there, and he's going, just sort of like everybody's looking at him, thinking he's crazy, stirring it. Pretty soon they go down and look in their cellar, and they said, the lady's like, oh, I got 2 carrots. I can go throw them in his soup. I wonder if that would help him with his soup. And then the next person brought an onion, the next person brought some cabbage and beans and peas, and everybody put in a stone soup, and soon there was enough to feed the whole town, when nobody had enough to barely feed themselves, and then they had enough to feed.
Oh.
So when you work together, all come together, it benefits everyone.
Oh, thank you.
What a great story. Now here I'm just getting the lay of the land because it's a pretty big state park and we are really spread out, and there are people in this park that are not part of the butterfly group. So at this point, I really don't know who's part of what. I am just, like I said, trying to get the lay of the land. I heard that there was a bathroom and also somewhere to throw my trash. So that's pretty much where I'm going now. And I also enjoy looking at everybody's setups, so that's something I was admiring also. Here I'm looking at all those wasp nests, and there were quite a few of them. I found their bathrooms to be very clean. I was impressed. Is this how it is at most state parks? I have no idea. Let me know. Okay, in that person's defense, these toilets were hard to flush. Ask me how I know. But I know it can be done after a few tries. Okay, showers. Three stalls, 2 showers. Not bad. Okay, so I am staying for 3 days and it was a total of like $93 because I got an electric site. So I got an electric site and that's why. So even if you didn't have electricity, you would still at least be able to have access to this bathhouse, but I don't see any. Oh, you can't use I was gonna say maybe you can use their electric, but you can't in the bathroom, so you can hang that one up. All right, well, nice try. Do you have paper towels? I could have used these after we got here because the roads were so windy that Fifi threw up all over the bed because she was sitting in the front seat with her and Snoopy. I was not happy. And I guess she wasn't either. There's a woman, she's with the group here. There's a lot of people here. I'm here for my first butterfly meetup, and there's a woman that has an A-liner, and that is her location. So now I know where she is. This is what she did.
That's the Hawaiian pie.
Oh, I love that. Oh, she's doing it up here.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm on the hunt for the Butterfly Community Meetup area, which turns out to be quite a struggle, as you will see. I'm not sure exactly how to get down there. I'm cutting through these empty lots. Okay, I'm not going through that. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so I think they pretty much put all the tents down. It's supposed to get a lot of rain tonight. They did have a free pile. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I'm gonna come over, see what they have. I did throw a few things in there, but I know if your stuff doesn't get selected, you need to pick it back up. So, and my chair is here somewhere. So I have to find my chair. The night before, we had a fun time playing bingo. And I'd say after like 6 or 7 games, your girl still didn't win. I never win at bingo. Ugh. Wait a minute. No. Am I in the right location? I don't know if I'm going the right way. This doesn't look right. Dare I say I'm lost? This doesn't look correct. Now, in my defense, I will say I'm not lost, but I don't know where I'm going. So we'll say that. This will be my first time ever being at a state park, and one thing I did not have was a map. So that probably would have helped me a little bit, especially knowing that I knew what hiking trail this was, but there were different ways to get to those tents, and I didn't recognize anything. So I am just aimlessly kind of walking and hoping that I will happen upon the tents where we were meeting, where we were gathering. So we played bingo and we had such a good time. That's where they had like the community food. That's where they had the gathering to bring things in for the soup. Some people brought things in to make that soup, the stone soup. But I am just trying to get to said tents so this way I can get my chair, because like I said in the beginning, the forecast for most of this trip was rain. So we got rained out on quite a few things, but there were a lot of things that were planned that different people were, having their own little separate events. Then we would go to their site because we're kind of spread out all over the place. Oh my goodness. Is this it? No. That's not it. Yeah, you guys, I don't know. What? I didn't come this way. All right, let's go back. It's starting to rain. So I think I'm gonna head back here. Yep, definitely starting to rain. Now I will say this, I'm thinking I'm just gonna run and pick up my chair and bring it back to my van. So at this point in time, I'm out here running around in my pajama pants and a t-shirt. So, yeah. Always prided myself saying I don't do hiking. I'll tell you what, I've joked and said, yeah, the only time you'll catch me hiking is if I'm running from somebody. Well, here's another one. You only catch me hiking if I'm lost. So, yeah. It's more of a steep incline than what I thought it was coming up. All right, I still can't find the ladies. The search continues. All right, after getting off that trail, I do run into a woman that's part of the group because we're all pretty much spread out. And she does point me into the right location of where I need to go. So I have to go up, hook a left, and then I should get there. Okay, so yeah, I see chairs. Yep, there's my chair. I gotta go get that. That is a set. They had everything here, but it seemed like most of the stuff, they said the tent blew down, so they had to take a lot of stuff down. So I'm gonna get my chair. All right, it's definitely really raining now. I'm gonna be soaked by the time I get back. Oh God. All right, I'm gonna stop this here and try and hurry up and hump it back. Since most of our events got rained out, I definitely wanted to make it to this dance party. That's for the dance party tonight. I think that's gonna look really cute at night. It's gonna rain though, but I love that. She's doing a good job. She has this cute dog named Pretzel. I never remember the people's name, but I remember dogs' names. Here I interact with some of the locals, but they told me that they don't want to be on YouTube, so I said okay. Fifi, we're not doing that. Yeah, Fifi likes to be obnoxious when people walk by. Fifi, no. You want to go back in the van? Huh? Are we going back in the van? No, we're not doing that. Let's go. Fifi. Fifi! Fifi! Mind your manners. You're terrible. You're going back in the van. But again, you guys, you know, I hate it when people say, "Oh, my dog is so sweet." Meanwhile, they act like this, right? But you know, if you watch this channel, she's a good girl. But I mean, the girl's just a nutball when it comes to this stuff. Why you act like that, Fifi? Huh? You ignorant. Why you ignorant? It's Snoopy. You're not helping. Snoopy, you're not helping. Really? That one last bark that did it for you? Okay, that's enough. All right, we're gonna go back in, y'all. I have them attached. They can only go so far. I have them attached to that. So this way I know their pooping radius, and things like that. But yeah, there's a party tonight, so we'll be attending that. You caught up there, sister? That's because you were acting crazy. Yeah, why you gotta act crazy like that? All right, don't act crazy, Fifi. Yeah, aren't you a love bug? Can mama have hugs? Yeah, mama hugs. Mama hugs. Don't be like that. You too, Snoopy? You want hugs too? I gotta bend down a little lower for that, buddy. Okay. Yeah, that's not right. We're not gonna do that. Yeah. Look. Now you're really caught up there. Fifi, let me help you out, sister. That looks terrible. I gotta go.
You can't hear it. I turn it up.
Who's that? Was that somebody on the phone?
Good job there. She's
Read between the lines too.
But they made us bring the food over. Oh my God, I wasn't recording the whole time.
Somebody just love to burn.
What is that? Where's it going? What's happening? What is it? What do you do with it? I got it. I'm gonna. What do you do with it? Well, what do you do with it? Like, do I throw it up? Oh, wait a minute. Up, there you go. Wait. The better the design. Well, if it was dark. Oh, you're right.
Once again, we get rained out, but this time with heavy thunder. So the dance party was cut short. All right, so it looks like a lot of madness right now. What I am doing is, since I wasn't able to get any solar because I am tree covered, remember all of this? And today it's now raining. Excuse me, it's raining. I will be staying at Cracker Barrel. Once I leave out of here tomorrow, I will be going to Cracker Barrel and staying for the evening and then traveling home Friday morning. So I wanted to just top off the battery since I wasn't able to gain any solar power. Once I get to Cracker Barrel, I will be able to, because there's no tree coverage there, it's a parking lot. So as long as the sun is shining, I should be able to test this out and see what it's like and how much solar I'm generating only on the 200 watts. I don't think I'm gonna put the side 200 watt panel up because I'll be in the parking lot of Cracker Barrel, so we're not gonna do that. So right now it's pulling 740 something-ish watts. And the only thing I have plugged into this right now is my refrigerator, my Bouge RV refrigerator. I have this plugged in, but there's nothing on currently. So
If we look over here, hi Snoopy. How you doing, buddy? Snoopy doo. Oh. Right there, I did have the van pulled up, parked, backed up closer to that, but I moved up because my tent was just infiltrated by those daddy longleggers. Now what I have to deal with is, and you heard it here folks, you heard it here first. Maybe you guys know this. I did not. I did bring bug spray. I did not bring wasp spray. I'm not sure if you can use that in a state park. I know they have stipulations on stuff, but there is a wasp. I thought it was dead. It is not. So I have to be real careful because Mama's in there. And at first I thought it was dead, but then I saw it moving around. So yeah, and I gotta flick those switches, which is right there next to that wasp. So I'm gonna be real careful. I don't want to get stung, because you know those suckers will keep stinging you.
So after 3 days of use, the unit down to 73%, I'm gonna call that a win before I had to charge it up to move on. So here I am all packed up, and I'm going to go out and check everything because it did rain the night before. And I didn't have that much stuff to bring with me, which, you know, because it was more of a localized trip. But I will say, I don't know, is it just me, or does this look like a body that I have strapped onto the back of this cargo carrier? Because it kind of looks like that from like a head to feet. I don't know. You tell me, what does this look like? So at this rate, what's done is done. Hopefully I don't get pulled over for it, because it is time to go. Now, as I stated before, this is my first state park visit, but I will say I found this place really beautiful, and the accommodations that they had as far as the trash and the bathrooms with the showers, I couldn't have been happier. So I got to meet the ladies from the butterfly group. It wound up being a really wonderful trip. And for anybody thinking about joining the butterfly club, I'm going to say I would highly recommend. Like I said, you can pick, everyone will have like different events all over the country. And you can pick and choose which events you might want to go to experience this. So if you're going out for the first time, this is a really good way to join up with some other people, like-minded people.
Snoopy, did you have a good time at the state park? I'm going to take that as a yes. How about you, Fifi? Good time? Okay.
You know, I'm really starting to think that Snoopy was meant to do adventures. This boy really loves it. And I am so excited for that, because I can't imagine having him
Good time?
Not being
State park?
able to travel. Yeah. So after about 45 minutes of swirly twirly roads and up and down hills, we make it to Cracker Barrel, but not before Snoopy's in the front throwing up, Fifi's in the back vomiting. It was quite an experience, but we finally made it to Cracker Barrel where I could clean this madness up. So here's where I ask you, how many state parks have you been to, if ever? And are you one of those that likes to hike? As you saw for me, I'm not much of a hiker. I'm more afraid of ticks, but that's here nor there. But I will say it was a very good experience. I got to try the solar unit, to test run that while I was in the van, and I got to experience my very first meetup with the Butterfly Club, and it was just an all-around good trip. So one important thing that I did learn at Cracker Barrel was that my 200-watt solar panel on the roof of the van does not have enough volts to charge up the Pecron F5000. So to be continued on that, because I've come up with a solution. And as always, at the end of the video, this is where I tell you, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're subscribed. If not, please subscribe and put those notifications on. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.